the stream.
What the fuck? Hello?
Yes, hi.
Okay.
All right. We're good to get that set up now.
Okay, I'm just going to finish this SBC. And then we'll be good. We'll rolling.
All right. This is fascinating content for the rest of the league. I need some hype in the chat real quick. I mean, we got the two most successful users in the history of the Better League, 4 Super Bowls apiece. Morty versus Austin in this AFC Championship. I'm just going to do the whole like we are joined by thing now because no point in waiting. We are joined by the man who just took a fat L to Austin not but just 2 hours ago. Young Alex, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was doing better before you said that, but I mean, at least I didn't lose in the first round. 1 and done sucks. 2 and done, it's okay. At least I beat Alex.
You think of users like, myself, like Dan, like Kamish, Alex. We're all around the same level. We lose in the first round.
Trash cans.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. All around the same Madden expertise here.
Yeah, all less than me.
As they're getting set up here, as we see the viewers continue to flood in, let yourselves be known in the chat as well. Of course, 2, as I said, of the most elite, most historically dominant users in the Better League, Morty and Austin. Austin had by far the better regular season. Both of them have looked, generally very solid in these playoffs. Morty, especially with his relatively dominant win over Cody in the divisional round. Who do you think is going to come away with this one here, with this AFC Championship?
I think it's Austin, and I don't know who I want to win because, I kind of want Austin to represent the AFC East, but I also don't want him to be toxic. But I think it's going to be Austin. I think Austin takes this one, and I don't think it's going to be that difficult. Maybe Morty scares him a little bit, but I think Austin wins this easily. But I also, kind of contradicting myself, I wouldn't be shocked if Morty won because I know Ruggs is going to be a lot to handle.
It absolutely is, and Morty, I think, in his divisional round game, did a really good job of not just honing in on Ruggs. I think we saw as we already have a subscription. Thank you so much to Taint. That was the loudest thing I've ever heard. I think that's like new CMAS audio levels there. But I think this could go one of 2 ways, and I think we're going to be able to tell what type of game this is by the end of the first quarter. Either we could see Austin jump out to a lead, we could see Morty then get tight as a result, try to force it, and then Austin win in a relative blowout against Morty. Or we could see a truly competitive game, and I think in the first 2 drives, the 2 first drives from the Raiders, we're going to be able to tell how much Morty's going to bring to the table here. My head, everything about it, just logically is telling me to pick Austin, but my heart is saying Morty, man. That's my guy. That's my longtime podcast co-host. I got to pick Morty. I have to. But that kind of goes against all logic here. But I'm going with Morty by 3.
I mean, your predictions suck because you also picked me to lose. So, I don't know. You guys can take that with a grain of salt, all the viewers listening.
I mean, I'm just going to pick you to lose no matter what here. As we continue to just see, I mean, of course, Austin was rushing me to get in here, and now we're just seeing the main menu. Good shit, Austin. What do you think, I mean, I think we know what Austin's keys to the game are. Continue to be efficient with Matthew Davis, continue to just, move the ball with chunk plays down the field, etc. We've kind of seen the key to success there. What do you think the keys to success are for Morty, being the underdog?
Don't make mistakes because of how explosive how explosive his offense is consistently. I think as long as you just don't turn the ball over and you just put some type of points on the board, even if it's just a field goal on your first few drives, then he may be able to stay in this one. But he just can't get impatient. He's got to stick with the run game, I think, and then make sure to utilize Ruggs, but not focus, like you said. Don't just only throw to Ruggs or else he'll catch on.
Right.
But I just think in the Austin is really good at playing a full game, but he usually starts off pretty slow. So I think if Morty can take advantage of that and just put up some points early, then he may be able to take this one.
It's going to be a great game, I'm sure. I have confidence in Morty to at least keep this close. So we'll see how it goes. Let me know in the chat. We already got a whole lot of people here in the chat. Let me know what your predictions are for this AFC Championship. Give me a winner, give me a score line, whatever you want to do. But it's gonna be a good one. And this is not a matchup I think a lot of us were expecting here in the AFC Championship heading into these playoffs. Morty versus Austin, but this is a matchup that means a lot to longtime members of the Better League. These are two users that have had plenty of battles against each other before, and now as the Raiders and Patriots, we can expect to see another classic here on the Better League Network. Dan saying 0, thank you for that. Ben saying, oh hey, peasants. I mean, listen, we all know I'm a peasant when it comes to Madden, but not when it comes to the announcing, even though I'm sure Young Alex is going to roast me. Okay, Dan saying 38-12 Patriots. Okay, I mean, it wouldn't shock me, honestly, if
I mean, it just doesn't shock me that Dan's got the knee pads out for Austin today.
I mean, you kind of had the knee pads out for Austin today. I'll be honest with you. Like you really just took it out there on the field.
Didn't you lose in the first round? Was it, or was it the second one?
Kept it closer than you did. Kept it closer than you did. Kept it closer than you did.
What, by 5 points?
I kept it closer than you did.
Right.
What about
Anyway, Ben, you're only in the Super Bowl because your division's soft. Or sorry, because your conference is soft.
His division's the furthest thing from soft.
I'm just saying.
We got
conference is soft.
We got a couple more here. CMAS saying 34-21 Patriots. Ben saying Raiders 37, Patriots 35. Dan saying, I know whose year it is. I think Dan has a whole lot of confidence in Austin here. And I will say, both of us have played Austin, so both of us can speak a bit more from that regard. He was very efficient against me. Honestly, the game shouldn't have been as close as it was. I'm not really sure how I was still in it heading into the fourth quarter because it felt impossible to stop his offense. I got a couple... Well, I got one really lucky break where he fumbled it on like the 1-inch line on his first drive. There was one dropped pick that I wish I could have back that could have potentially been a pick six, but other than that, he was just ultra efficient. But to give Morty credit, against Cody, he was also ultra efficient. Tyree Jackson with 21 for 25. He's going to need that type of vintage performance in order to beat Austin here, but we'll see how it goes. And Taint saying Patriots 42, Raiders 24. Really exciting here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really excited to see this game. Hopefully it stays close, though.
Overall, these playoffs have been really good, chock full of upsets, chock full of quality games, but the NFC Championship, it sounds like it was a bit of a dud. I didn't watch any of it, but it sounds like it was,
King bent over.
Wow.
Took it.
That's tough. All right, once again, we do not have a snow game in Gillette Stadium, and ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the AFC Championship game. I am joined by the man who also capitulated to Austin, Young Alex. How's it going?
We already did this. But
but we're doing it for the.
How are you?
So are you just going to be like hostile to me like this entire game, or what's the deal going to be?
I was just confused.
It's literally the AFC Championship game, and you're going to come with this type of energy. That's what we're doing.
Oh my god!
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, well, first and 10 at the 25-yard line here from Matthew Davis, who has had possibly the best quarterbacking season, maybe in the history of the Better League. Broke the touchdown record, in fact, shattered the touchdown record, and did it all with a very efficient over 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. CMAS saying Jesus Alex. That's what I tell myself every single time I announce one of these games. But ball at the 25
Thanks,
here.
Dan.
I think it's going to be really important to see Morty, to continue to disguise his coverages. Tanner Muse, one of the best linebacking users in the league. We'll see what he does. This is Sony Michel able to take it up the middle for gain of 8. And, against me, I assume against you too, he went relatively pass heavy. How much of the run game can we expect here from Austin?
I don't think it'll be a lot. Like you said, against me, in the beginning, he ran the ball a few times, but he kind of shied away from it. Even though Michel ended up with a good game, I think he only had like 13 or something rushes, which is like decent, but it really came at the end of the game when it was already over.
Austin knows where his bread's buttered, as right away we have a shot up the middle for a first down there, a 15-yard gain. And a couple things have to go right here for Morty in order to be able to contain this Austin offense. First off, continue to, as I said, disguise your coverages. Second off, make sure you're on point with Tanner Muse, which, to be fair, I think Morty's going to be on point with Tanner Muse for most of this. And then third off, make Austin one-dimensional. If you don't have to worry at all about the running game, that makes it a little bit easier to just be able to drop guys in coverage and play the passing lanes. But we'll see what happens here as he drops back, immediately goes to the wheel route. That is Smith with another possession catch in the first down. Second and 4. I announced for 3.5 hours last night, so I do not want any abuse from you.
I'm not going to say anything. I appreciate you.
Alex saying, please win, Austin. Jesse saying, I'm sober this time. Thank you very much for that, Jesse. Although, honestly, I think he was being too hard on himself for last night. I thought actually most of what he was saying made sense. 2nd and 4 here at the 46 is once again we come out in 4 wide here is Morty kind of stacking the box, kind of pressing his guys up is Michelle able to take it up the middle and get a big gain. Trips on a Raider there, but Sony Michel getting these holes. And so far, it's looking kind of like it was against me on the first drive. The Patriots moving the ball with ease here to open things up.
Yeah, this is exactly how it started against me, too. This seems to be his game plan. I think if Austin ran the ball just a little bit more, like he's obviously already elite, but if he ran it just a little bit more, I think he's like clearly above everyone else in the league.
Young Alex telling a 4-time Super Bowl champion what to do. That's what you love to hear. A 4-time Super Bowl champion lost to, as a matter of fact. 1st and 10 at the 34 as we see the Raiders pinch the line and then spread it. Again, going to need to disguise their coverages. He gets stuck on the field. Goes up the seam! Oh, I thought it was going to be intercepted for a second, but a high point pass there, forced incompletion, and dangerous read. But, I mean, I guess with a high point pass, that's not particularly risky. Regardless, 2nd and 10 to the 34.
Yeah, Austin loves those scenes. It was really good defensive adjustment by Morty to make sure those are covered.
100%. 2nd and 10 as we see, again, the first incompletion here for Davis, the first non-positive gain. As we have another inside zone. Michelle looks like he's going to get wrapped up there, but able to fall forward. And we have a first 3rd down here. Going to be really important for Morty to hold New England to a field goal here.
I'm excited to see how many corner routes come out on this play.
The over-under's 2. We may see 4. That's straight up 4 corner routes. It wouldn't make sense, but you never know. 3rd and 5 at the 29. Again, we have a gun trips concept. He drops back, uses Littleton, goes to the flats, and that is a 1st down. And that's going to be something. I think Morty was preparing for the angle route there, but that's going to be something that Morty has to be on point with his user is guarding those running back routes because Austin will go to them early and often.
Yeah, it's extremely tough because he knows he loves that angle route, but it's really hard to use it.
Yeah,
because of those low passes, which I will not comment on further.
1st and 10 to 21. It looks like we're setting up for a potential read option here as he hands it off to Michelle. Michelle unable to get too much with it, although once again able to fall forward for a gain of 3, and we find ourselves in the red zone for the first time. I will say, Morty hasn't given up any huge chunk plays so far, but at the same time, you get the impression that Austin's been relatively comfortable so far offensively.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's having a really smooth offensive performance so far, and I just think this is just setting Morty up to eventually start taking shots as we see their first corner route.
Potentially here as we see a corner route to Blake and a really nice possession catch there is, that was wide open. 1st and goal at the 3, and Morty only rushing 3 there. I mean, for the best, as Austin immediately passed that, but once again, this is kind of a redo of what we saw against me and against you, pretty easy. Yeah, pretty easy offensively so far, and we'll have to see if Morty clamps up here. But again, looking relatively easy as we have kind of like a spread bunch concept over there. I know that doesn't make any sense, but bear with me. You know what I mean. 1st and goals, he will hand it off to Michelle. Michelle able to fall forward. Just unable to get the touchdown. I would almost go no huddle here and do another inside zone, but he does not, and now we can expect to see some potential goal line defense here from Morty.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what he does in the goal line. I don't think I've really seen much of this. He usually scores on me from like 50 yards out or I stop him. So
hand off to Michelle. Sony Michel. Touchdown, Patriots. What a start for Austin. I mean, once again, this is that same ultra-efficient offense we've seen all playoffs so far. Dan's been saying that Austin's locked in, and he looked locked in there. 7-0 Patriots. A really nice start for the Patriots.
I can't wait until I'm like close enough with someone in this league that they just love me as much as Dan loves Austin.
Well, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, I'll be honest. And that's not a shot at you. That's just, Dan and Austin have a special relationship, and I'm talking about it in that Brokeback Mountain style. Oh, yeah. 7-0 here, and as Las Vegas takes the field for the first time, obviously just gave up a touchdown. I'm sure Morty's not worried about that. Thank you so much, CMAS, for the gifted sub to steal the man who, just lost in the divisional round. But what are Morty's offensive keys here, do you think?
Like I said, just don't turn the ball over. No, I'm not saying don't be like aggressive, but just make really good aggressive plays. Don't just throw the ball up into double coverage.
RPO to Jacobs, and the hole was wide open there. 2nd and 1, 34. And I do think, obviously Austin, probably the more lethal offensive user of the two. I'm hearing a whole lot of background noise. Is that you or is someone else in the Discord?
I think, no, that's me.
That's okay. Now? Yeah, you're good. Again, okay. Just the unprofessionalism you can expect here from young Alex. But Yeah, Alex saying I should just call inside zone 5 times the drive now. I will say, called a lot of inside zone against me. I would have liked more variety. But we see a potential crosser here. Really nice read. That is Darren Waller. And Morty with a nice opening 2 plays here. Tyree Jackson, again, over 80% completion against Cody. He's going to need a similar performance here against Austin. Good start, though. 1st and 10 at the 49.
Yeah, I really like that play call. That was one of the things that worked well for me was a lot of play action because he seems a little aggressive when he's trying to stop the run.
A nice little screen to Ruggs, and Ruggs has room! McCourty just able to take him down. And again, that's something that Morty's gotten a lot better at is, in the first season, I think he would just take a lot of deep shots to Ruggs and call it a day, but he's gotten a lot better at utilizing that 97 speed in the open field. There, the bubble screen was wide open, and Morty with a nice drive of his own again. Kind of picking up where he left off so far from the divisional round. He will drop back in an empty set here. Goes up the seam, dangerous read! Touchdown Raiders! What a catch! And Morty strikes back with Henry Ruggs, and the Raiders tie the game.
I don't know what it is, but it just feels like every time I watch Morty game, and even when I played him, he just gets so many contested catches. Darren Waller and Ruggs are both monsters.
He's one of those users who, there are plenty of users like this in the league, but he knows exactly how to position his receivers to make sure to get the highest chance to get a contested catch. It was really frustrating when I played him because, both times I've played him once each season, a deep shot to Henry Ruggs. It was well contested by, Ward or Greedy, but he would make that slight adjustment with his receiver and be able to get the animation as a result. It was good stuff, and that's just, years of Madden experience coming in there, but great start from Morty. Because we have another gifted sub. I think we're getting one sub per touchdown here, and I appreciate you, Morty, the gifted sub to about 67 soaps. Love to see it. And now Morty going to have to stop him here because we only have 3 routes on the route. No one opened. He goes to the flats. Overthrown. I should say underthrown, more like from Davis. 2nd and 10. Good usering there from Morty.
I think that's one of the only times we'll see Austin not throw it to the wide open corner route. Kind of surprising me.
Yeah, it wasn't like it wide open.
It was pretty damn open.
Okay. Whatever. Inside zone here, Sonny Michel. Sonny Michel once again able to get room. And, these unpredictable, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10 run calls here. That's something that Austin victimized me with a couple times. You expect the pass coming and then you have a handoff to Michel. Again, we've yet to see a running play that's not an inside zone from Austin. That'll be something we have to pay attention to moving forward. 3rd and 1 here at the 34, and Morty trying to get a potential stop here, although interesting to pass on 3rd and 1. Flats open, goes to a lane, they get tackled, incomplete at the 34. Now, if you're Austin, do you potentially go for it here on 4th and 1?
I think I personally would punt it, but Austin's extremely aggressive, and I could see him going for it. I think he just picked an offensive play, but he loves going for it on these 4th and shorts.
I would love to see some cover 3 hard flat here, and I would love to see him kind of shade outside to take away the corner route. We have a handoff to Michel. Michel! Just able to get the 1st down. Looked like he was going to get wrapped up, but got that animation and a clutch 1st and 10 here for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I think something that goes under the radar is everyone wants to shit on Justin, for his inside zones and RPOs, but he has not ran a run besides an inside zone. So like you said, that is something definitely to watch.
It's interesting. If y'all want me to start running inside zone 20 times a game, I can, because we have
that's not going to be dangerous.
Cross blitz there. Oh, God. I wish we were in Madden 18 and I would just clap your cheeks with McCaffrey, but it's all good. 2nd and 5 is once again New England goes to the flats. That's going to be, again, kind of a chess match here is how much do you start guarding these flats and leave the potential corner routes open, especially because Morty does not love to use the outside routes, so that's going to be a constant chess match here in terms of the type of adjustments that Morty makes. Real quick, Alex saying if Morty makes a Super Bowl at 9-7 after getting blown out by me twice, I'll cry. Yep, matchups are a thing, and we got to give Morty his respect here as he immediately goes to the RPO, and he will get tackled. Chenault with a loss of 3 there, and we have our first real kind of 3rd and longish here, 3rd and 8 for the Patriots.
I don't think I've ever seen that type of RPO where the receiver's on the opposite side of the running back. But I think that might be one of the things that makes Morty lose is his. I don't even know what the word to say, but he just only uses use, and I feel like he really needs to mix it up and start using different players. That was one of the things that I was able to do decently well, but I just dropped a few picks.
He'll use Littleton a little bit as we have a wheel route and a 1st down for Sonny Michel. Again, saw that the flats were left vacated, went to the wheel route, and we have no huddle here, so I'll get to you in 1 second. Morty going to have to again make some adjustments as he does at the last second. He drops back. Good using, no one open as he throws out a sack. Almost goes to Tanner Muse. Was about to hit the drag route, but unable to get it, and we have a 2nd and 10.
But anyway, not necessarily Muse, sorry. Like, he just uses the linebackers a lot, and I think if you can mix it up and use your corner or safety now and then, you could really trick Austin. Like I said, that was something that I was able to do, and that helped me stay in the game instead of getting my back blown out completely.
We saw an absolutely beautiful as Davis drops back, immediately goes to the flats again. He's Morty just continuing to leave these flats open here on 2nd and 10, and Austin continuing to go to it, and that's why we've seen a lot of 3rd and shorts here, because again, Austin just attacking those flats. 3rd and 2 at the 43, and again, 2 efficient offensive performances so far from each user.
Yeah, I actually don't hate giving up the flats just because of how dangerous Austin is in the deep passing game. But I'm fairly sure he can't do this the whole game because Austin will continue going there and he won't get too aggressive, and he might punish him for it.
Drops back, 4-man rush. The corner is open, and this is Smith. And man, I mean, Austin, ironically, actually like a less efficient passing performance so far than he had against me, but so far you get the impression that he's fully locked in. Like, he's making pretty much all the right reads. We really have not seen like a true dangerous throw from Matthew Davis yet. Again, Gator great, no surprise that he's excelling in the NFL. Is Sony Michel able to take it again on the inside zone. Gain of 11 and a 1st down, and that will be the end of the 1st quarter. The 1st quarter flies by here, and it looks like we may have an instant classic here. Both users performing very well offensively so far. 7-7.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that it's only 7-7 at the beginning of the 2nd. And there's only been 3 drives total. I was kind of expecting more of a shootout.
It's just been like long sustained drives. Neither user's really taken a bunch of deep shots yet, but they're both just making the right read. And you get the impression that it's made last longer for Austin than it will for Morty as he goes again to the corner route, and that is another 1st down again, making all the right reads. And I like that from Morty, like the cover 3 show too. I think that'll be, try to make Austin think a little bit, even though there, of course, he had the easy read. But I think I would like to see Morty implement those types of play calls maybe a little bit more to try to get Austin to have to think a little bit instead of pre-reading the defenses. We have another inside zone, and Michelle gets missed there by Muse. Shorty Michelle, touchdown, Patriots!
That hurts for Morty. But, it's still okay. He started with the ball. Austin did, so just get the ball back, go down and score.
That could have very easily been a loss of 5 there potentially, but again, miss on the tackle, and now we have 14-7 here. And if you're Morty, defensively it's been a struggle. Obviously, Austin has been moving the ball with relative ease, but offensively, just take a breath. You're still in a good position. You still are only down a possession. You're about to have the ball here, and you get ball at half. So Morty's still, I think, where he wants to be. He just has to make sure to continue being efficient here offensively and make sure to keep Austin guessing. Dan saying sticky. Man, our standards for calling stuff sticky is really lowering, huh? 1st and 10 at the 25.
Yeah, I'll comment after this. I'll let you do this.
For sure. As we have a 1st and 10, again, only 9 rushing yards. He drops back, immediately goes to the wide receiver screen once again. Sanders able to make the most out of it there, but ends up going out of bounds. 2nd and 7.
About the hiding the coverages, honestly, I don't think those plays are that great against Austin because he usually has very versatile routes on the field to where he'll beat multiple coverages. I think what you have to do is call a play and then just make a lot of manual adjustments, like mixing up a little man coverage in there or throwing someone into purple, and I think that's really how you trick him.
Okay. I respect it as too many adjustments there for Tyree Jackson. We have a 2nd and long here, 2nd and 12, and what is going on? Did your mommy just come in, giving you some cookies and milk? Oh, okay.
Hold up.
This is the type of professionalism we get from Alex here. Shout out to Alex's brother. 2nd and 12 here. Again, 8:57 remaining. As we see Henry Ruggs motion. Again, this is something we're going to see a lot here to try to see if he can get a read on the coverage. As I may mute this game entirely because the audio got very choppy. Play action there, and he may take another deep shot to Henry Ruggs. Just overthrew him, had a step, and that's a missed opportunity there. Tyree Jackson with his first incompletion, and we have a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, wow, that really hurts. I mean, I'd be a little pissed after that, but
just a little bit, yeah. He missed a similar throw like that against Justin, actually, on the very first offensive play of the day. We have another play action here No one really open. Gonna have to just throw it up. Beautiful to get it to the comeback there to Sanders, and just got enough time there, rolled out. 1st and 10 to the 49. Again, Morty looking game for it here offensively so far.
Yeah, it's crazy how you can miss a wide open man downfield, but throw that. But that was a fantastic read by Morty. I'm impressed.
1st and 10, again, only one incompletion here. Again, more play action here. We may have Henry Ruggs again. Henry Ruggs with the step. Ruggs, touchdown Raiders!
God, Henry Ruggs is so fucking good.
That's
all I have to say.
Ruggs, I mean, he doesn't have the speed of Tyreek Hill, obviously, 99 versus 97, but the way Morty utilizes him, he's the best deep threat in the league. I mean, there's a reason there's a whole command, there's a whole Ruggs command, because you got to push those safeties back deep. Morty, again, y'all saying this was going to be a blowout win for Austin. Please give Morty his due credit. He is here. He is ready. I mean, he's got to stop on defense, but offensively, he's looked good so far. I mean, both users have really. Very even game so far, 14-14.
Yeah, that's really good just play design by Morty. He saw that he was in a 4-4 defense, so there was really no safety help on either side, and Ruggs just burned that corner.
Yes, sir. And again, those double moves, they're not as effective as they were a couple Maddens ago, but you can still get sticky there, as we have a RPO there. That was a play out of Morty's playbook, actually. Gain of 6 years ago, goes out of bounds. Real quick, just to get to the chat, because I've been disrespecting y'all for a while here. Alex saying Ruggs versus Carr with Carr would have been way more dangerous. Taint saying inside zone, out route, flat to RB. Talking about Austin's offense. So we have a handoff here, another inside zone. Sonny Michel able to get a nice hole there, able to fall forward for a gain of 9. And now, if you're Morty, I know you're saying making a lot of manual adjustments, setting the purples, etc. Is there anything like specific you're doing here to try to shut down this Austin passing game?
Well, I don't really want to expose my secrets too much.
All right. Well, thanks for getting on the broadcast. I appreciate it.
Oh, my God. Anyway,
right.
I just think man coverage. I think he really needs to start manning up some of those slot corners, especially on Chenault and Smith. And then maybe try using those corner routes.
Yeah, I would like to see him start using the corner routes. And, it's so funny as an announcer, I think of, things that I would do now against Austin, in retrospect. But when I was playing Austin, I wasn't doing any of this shit. I was just, throwing, stock coverages out there and just praying. But,
right.
Again, the announcing versus, is this maybe, a pretty easy first down here, depending on what that safety does. As he goes to the out route immediately. Not quite able to get the first down, but again, another easy read. Make it a manageable 3rd and 2.
Yeah, that was a great read to see that coverage there. Linebacker's just too slow to get there.
And so we have a 3rd and 2 here. Again, 7 minutes remaining. I mean, this has just been an offensive showcase, really, from both users, and really high-quality game. It's the type of game you love to see here on the Better League Network in the AFC Championship. You get the impression that these are, in fact, 2 of the best users in the AFC, as he sends a blitz for the first time, and again, the corner route wide open. We're seeing a lot of repetition here, but Austin knows where his bread's buttered, and that is Blake again with the first down.
I'd love to hear Dan's comments on Austin's offense. That's all.
Dan's comments on Austin's offense?
Yeah, I mean, corner out, inside zone, corner out, flats.
Drops back, and there you go. There's the flats as he goes to... Go ahead, sorry.
No, sorry.
Well, now I've lost my train of thought. Thank you for interrupting me and then not even saying what you were going to say. I
was just commenting kind of to myself. It wasn't really to you. Sorry.
So you're in a broadcast for 20 viewers and you're talking to yourself. Inside zone, Michelle, for the first time all game gets wrapped up there. Nice coverage there to really... And that is something, not to expose people, that is something that Phil told me was actually really good run defense, is 4-3 wide 9 and then pinch the D line, because they do a pretty good job of playing the inside and the outside runs. So we may see a little bit more of that from Morty moving forward. But regardless, again, only 3-man rush. He goes to the seam. Beautiful throw. Touchdown, Patriots.
I mean, fantastic read, but it's another one of those low passes. God, I'm not salty at all.
Of course. Listen, I mean, the great thing is, I have accepted that Austin's better than me, so I'm not salty about our game. You'll get there at some point. 21-14 Patriots. 5:11 remaining in this first half. Once again, 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. It's been an offensive explosion here from both users. I know Alex knows a lot about, exploding in certain other situations.
I Okay.
21.
Okay, we're supposed to keep this professional.
You have made like 5. Don't even do that. 21-14 Patriots. I was also talking about your Madden offense, by the way. Your Madden offense is explosive too. I don't know what you were thinking, but
Sure.
first 10 here again, 21-14. Great offensive game from both users, and Morty's just going to have to keep up here. That's really what this is. Hanging on by a thread. So he continues to motion. Again, his tight end, trying to see what's going on as we have another RPO, and that is going to be illegal man downfield. Ruggs with that X Factor activated. That is something we may see here moving forward, but yeah, Hudson getting caught with the illegal man downfield.
Definitely a scary say. What is Ruggs' X Factor? Is it double me?
I think it's double me. I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure it's double me, though.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. You know, if we start seeing him chuck it up with no regard, then we know it's double me. First and 15 here is we're going to see a couple adjustments. Again, Morty able to convert a 3rd and 12 on the last drive, so he's obviously game forward as we have a stretch here. Jacobs has room. Look out. Jacobs all the way to the 34-yard line. Kind of caught Austin slipping there with the run call and a beautiful 14-yard gain.
Yeah, I'm definitely loving what Morty's doing with those audibles, going from the pistol down to the more heavy formation.
100%. And we may have single coverage over there as he hands it off to Jacobs. Again, another beautiful run from Josh Jacobs. And man, this is, I mean, I hate to keep repeating myself here. I'm sure, y'all tell me what you think in the chat. This is just an offensive showcase from 2 of the most, historically successful users in the Better League. Like, we are seeing some high quality Madden right now. And of course, 2 different schemes. Of course, Morty and Austin run very different plays as, the guy didn't even follow him there in the main coverage. Maybe he'll end up using it. Play action as he kind of lofts it up there. Nearly intercepted as that was a horrible read. And Tyree Jackson very lucky there to not throw the pick.
Yeah, thank God. But like you said, this is like peak Madden, because I said the scoring wasn't very high, but now that I think about it, it's just drives after drives.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy. They're crazy efficient right now.
You're exactly right. Second 10 of the 43, we're gonna have another handoff, and really nice job by Austin there to position his user and then click off those really nice run defense there from the Patriots. 3rd and 9 here, and again, we've seen Las Vegas convert a couple of these 3rd and longs, but up against it here into the 44-yard line. We'll have to see. Go ahead.
Maybe we'll see a corner out or a flat.
Potentially. 4-man rush. He will drop back. Might have the in open if he goes to it. Goes into triple coverage. As Waller almost came down with it anyway. But yeah, interesting read. I mean, nothing was really open, so I get it. But
yeah, he may have had that deep in, but it would have been a tight throw.
It would have been close, yeah. And I heard the moan. I'll see it on my phone in just a minute. So thank you to whoever that was. I'll get to you in just a second. But the first turnover, the first punt of the game so far. Again, both users doing an incredible job offensively as we have a punt return here, get taken to the 18-yard line, and now New England will set up here to try to make this potentially a multi-possession game heading into halftime, excuse me.
Yeah, I think this is one of the reasons I thought the game could get out of hand is just, obviously, I think they match up well on offense. Like, they're both very good offensive users.
Yes.
But I just don't think Morty's there, and not because he mentally can't do it, but just his players. His defense isn't that great. And
yeah.
Morty's defense is obviously pretty, or not Morty, sorry. Austin's defense is pretty elite.
So
I think this.
Go ahead.
Sorry, no, you can continue.
I was going to say, what Morty's always been saying is that his defense is 1 or 2 years away from competing. Obviously it's not completely true because he finds himself in the conference championship game. But yeah, you get the impression that this Raiders defense, it doesn't have the blinkers. It doesn't have the pure talent that a lot of defenses do in this league. So we'll see what he ends up doing here as we have just so many adjustments here on both sides of the ball. Trying to keep it unpredictable as Michelle able to reach forward and get the first down. And real quick, Am I Jabari? Thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Better League Network. Again, AFC Championship game. You're going to see the Super Bowl, I think, probably tonight. So that's going to be our most watched broadcast. So make sure to tune in for that probably pretty soon after this game's over, honestly. We'll have to see that.
I think this flipping of the plays is really one of those top tier things. Not a lot of people do this, and you can see they're both doing it, and it is obviously very effective. I think I need to start doing that more.
First and 10 here, the 28. Yeah, I think you're exactly right. As we have hit the 2-minute warning again, you don't get the impression that time's not really an issue for Austin, given how he's been moving the balls. Once again, the flats are open. He goes to it. That is another wheel route. Michelle able to get out of bounds there. And man, it's getting to the point where I just don't see, unless Austin just makes a random, like, dumb decision, like, it's tough to see how Morty's going to stop Austin here at any point, because this has been so easy for him this game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think he just needs to start taking more chances. One of the things I like to do is control the guy manned up on the running back and just go for the pick, because sometimes Austin makes that bad read, and you just see he's playing a little too conservative, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's what Morty's typically comfortable with here defensively, you know, just kind of, you know, again, user the middle of the field, user the linebackers, as we were saying, and, you know, let the DBs do the thing. But as you were saying, that makes it easy is we have a potential bad read as he comes down with it anyway. A high point pass, got the contested catch animation, and a beautiful catch from Blake. 1st and 10 to the 33.
Yeah, what a catch. Blake is different. I don't even know how you can get a route apprentice in the first slot. So, I mean, might need an investigation there, but just a fantastic catch.
As we have a handoff to Michelle, something like the 12th inside zone. Well, 16th, actually, because that's his 16th run. You'd love to see that. Yes, Dan, CMAS, thank you for bringing that up. When the Super Bowl hits, make sure to @channel and all of your other leagues, you know, post it on Facebook, post it on your Instagram, message that girl you've been talking to, and make sure she follows Better League Network. 2nd and 4 here, as we are now about 1 minute remaining here. Drops back 3-man rush, goes to the flats, and it was covered. That is Chenault with a loss of 1, excuse me. For one of the first times all game, you know, Austin making the non-ideal read there, and we have a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, I think this is a big down for Morty. If he can just force a field goal here, I think that'll give him a lot of confidence coming back on Austin's next offensive drive.
We got a whole lot of users watching this one. We got CMAS, we got Dan, we got Justin, we got Redacted, we got Jesse, we got Hero Austin, Steel, Taint, many more, and I appreciate all of you for watching and supporting. Ben saying this is so damn cheesy, and when Ben calls it cheesy, that's how you know, as he drops back a quarter round again! Harry takes it to the 4-yard line, and again, man, you know, a lot of the same shit here, but it's working extremely well. 1st and goal at the 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of our rules says don't run the same 3 plays every time. But that's besides the point.
You know, we used to be like a sim league. Now we're like a sim suggested league. Yeah. Like, it would be nice if you're sim, but we're not really going to do anything about it if you're not, especially not if you're a friend of an admin. As Michelle, able to take it to the 2-yard line there. Nice animation. We're going to see a timeout here from the Patriots.
Yeah, it's essentially make sure you run 12 times a game and pass 12 times a game. Besides that, don't really care what you do.
Yeah. Like, if you just run 12 inside zones, and then you can just do, you know, your corner routes and your flats, and that's good. You know, that's a standard NFL game. Sony Michelle right up the middle. Touchdown, Patriots! And now 28-14, you know, up by multiple possessions. Las Vegas still with their full complement of timeouts, so could potentially get in the field goal range, but a perfect offensive half from the New England Patriots. 28-14 as we have roughing the kicker.
Yeah, I think this is a big drive. Morty can go down and score, which seems unlikely. But if he can go down and score, he gets the ball back at half, if I'm not mistaken. So this could be a huge drive.
Is he either shanked the kick or something just happened? Oh.
Or Mike.
Okay, Austin.
Really?
Was that really necessary?
Even if
I don't like it.
I've lost a little respect. I've lost a little respect after watching this game. At least against me, he mixed it up a little bit. But this is interesting.
He mixed it up a lot against me, but I also think that's because he wasn't scared of me. He might be a little scared of Morty, and that's why he's doing this shit. Drops back, 4-man rush. Tyree Jackson, in route was open, didn't go to it. Nothing really open. Excuse me, wide open there. Bowden with a really nice first off 26-yard gain, and second off able to get out of bounds. Again, I mean, Morty, you know, playing about as well as he can be asked to here offensively. Really, he only got stopped once. Other than that, it's been a very efficient game, but it's just hasn't been enough so far against the Patriots.
Yeah, it's really hard. Just when Austin just knows like the perfect route combos. I mean, his offense is just so explosive. Just hard to do anything. You know, I feel for Morty.
Even Redacted is disgusted with the Chiefs, saying it's actually Morty. And Ben saying, I agree with Redacted. Oh, man, that's how you know.
Oh my God.
That's how you know.
Seriously.
When Ben and Redacted agree with each other, it's like cats and dogs agreeing on the same thing. Like, that's how you know. That's how you know.
Oh, 100%.
And of course, you know, Redacted is the pussy in that situation. Goes, oh my God, nearly intercepted again. Double covered. And Tyree Jackson looking a little shaky there. I'm not sure he even saw the second guy potentially, but Second 10 to the 4-3 again, a little bailed out there.
Yeah, Dan keeps saying Austin's locked in. I just think he's resorted to certain options more than on other times, and that's the reason.
Deep shot to Ruggs! Almost came down with it. That was almost an unbelievable throw there, but he just got it deflected there the last second. Now 3rd and 10 to the 4-3. Man, Ruggs has had himself a night so far, but again, we'll see if it's enough here moving forward. 3rd and 10 to the 4-3, 28 seconds left, and New England probably not with enough time to score unless they get like a turnover here, but still, I mean, Morty, you get the impression that Morty's kind of got to put points on the board here just to stick with him.
Yeah, at least a field goal or something. It would be rough not to get points.
Drops back, 3-man rush, had the seam open, goes to a low throw there. That is Williams, and now 4th and inches. So here's the risk, because like if you go for it, you can potentially score. I mean, I'm probably going for it, but I'm saying on the other side, like if you get stuffed here, then New England could potentially get another field goal on the board. But I mean, with that being said, I'm going for it, especially given how Austin's offense has looked. And are we going to see a single covered Ruggs here?
He's manning him up to himself, though.
Oh, as Tyree Jackson misses a wide open crosser, and now New England with 18 seconds left, going to try to put more points on the board. That's real tough for Morty there.
I promise you, we'll see a corner route and a crosser route, like probably twice, and he'll at least kick a field goal.
Potentially, although he does have to get out of bounds, so maybe not a crosser potentially, but a corner.
I mean, if he waits
definitely.
for him to this side.
True. Don't know why you go play action there, but again, that's why I'm not a lead. As he goes to the crosser, is he unable to get it? Could have been intercepted there potentially, but unable to get it. And now 2nd and 10 at the 12. New England at this point going to have to get out of bounds if they want to, kick a field goal after this play.
Yeah, this is where his interesting route combos excel. Getting near the sideline, getting out of bounds. So I'm really interested to see what he does here.
I'm pretty sure that one of the Rhode Island boys could literally murder someone and get caught in 4K, and the other Rhode Island boys will still defend him to the death. It's tragic. You got to tell your friends when they're messing up, man. That's part of being a good friend. 2nd and 10 at the 12. As Davis drops back 3-man rush, he goes to the drag route, does not get out of bounds, so that's going to be the final play of the first half. 28-14 Patriots. The Raiders get the ball back, but you get the impression that they're kind of hanging on by a thread here, as again, Austin with a perfect offensive half.
Yeah, in my opinion, this is like a must-score drive. Like he needs to put up 7, not even 3.
Yeah.
Or else I think things will really get out of hand, because Morty has shown no sign of stopping his offense.
And I would love to know, I mean, obviously, like, Morty, one of the most chill guys in the league. Like, he doesn't really, like, call people out a bunch. But I would love to know somewhere deep down, like, what he's thinking right now with this, with this offense here. But I don't think we'll ever know. 1st and 10 here. Again, the second half just starting. Again, offense has not been the issue. As we have another RPO. This is actually the same play he started with in the first half. And once again, a wide open hole opens up. 2nd and inches. And the running game's hitting. The passing game, with a couple of exceptions, is generally hitting. Offense continues to not be the issue. So, but as he said, Alex, I agree with what you said during halftime. This does feel like a must-score drive. Hands it off to Jacobs. Jacobs gets loose. Josh Jacobs with a really nice run there. Again, it's 16 in the first down.
Yeah, Morty really looked out there with Jacobs' abilities. I don't remember what it's called, but it basically helps him truck better, and it is so helpful.
Is it bulldozer?
Yeah, bulldozer or bruiser or something.
Okay.
And obviously that run he didn't need it, but like on those short runs, it's almost a guaranteed yard with him.
3-man rush, no one open. You have to take off here or just throw it away. Intercepted! Morty tried to force it, and honestly, that could be game right there, given how this Patriots offense has looked. Really should have just thrown it away, but Morty with a bad read, and Henson gets the interception. New England takes over the 41.
Oh, wow, we're not seeing an inside zone?
I am blown away as Smith with a really nice kind of rack decision there. I don't know, whatever you call it. I mean, he utilized the pursuit angles well. He took it to the sideline and then took off. 1st 10 to 39 again. The different play call there from Austin. You love to see it.
He did run that a few times earlier though, so it's not. This might be different.
I mean, the bar's on the floor. We have a toss to Michelle, and Michelle able to get loose. Sony Michelle goes down trying to avoid the hit stick. Michelle already with 105 yards, 3 touchdowns. The ground game has been eating Morty alive here. 1st 10 to 29.
God, it's just so much. Never mind. Keep it to myself. Anyway, I'm really excited to see if he stays conservative or if he starts taking a few more shots once we get close to the end zone.
The dive to Michelle goes for a gain of 2 as 2nd and 8 here, the 27. And yeah, we're starting to see Austin change it up a little bit. I wonder if someone DM'd him potentially.
Or it's because he has a 14-point lead and he's in the red zone.
Or it's because he has a 14-point lead and he's near the red zone. You may also be right about that. 2nd and 8, 27. Again, Morty desperately going to have to get a stop here. That's just
there it is.
what it is at this point. He will drop back and goes to the flats, and this is Smith with another first down, gain of 12.
I am baffled at that play call. I would have never expected that.
Dan saying critics will always be critics, which is the most predictable response I've ever seen.
God, I could not have expected Dan to come over and defend Austin.
First 10 to the 15. Again, Matthew Davis having, about as perfect a night as you can hope for, really. We'll see what Austin ends up pulling out, and surprise, surprise, it's an inside zone, and Michelle will break a tackle, able to fall forward for a gain of 4. Again, Michelle, not only is Austin doing a good job of hitting these holes, but Michelle also showing why power running is not dead in this league. Getting some really nice animations.
I think it's time to invest in an ebook.
As he does a power out of gun is Michelle with another nice run there. Gain of 7 and a first down, and we're thinking ebook time.
I think it's ebook time. I mean, obviously you don't get punished for doing stuff like this, so fuck it.
Listen,
sorry, that was unprofessional.
No, I mean, it's one of the more coherent things you've said, so I get it. First and goal, the 5:46 remaining as he goes to the screen. Touchdown, Patriots! And honestly, that kind of feels like game to me. I'll be honest with you.
Dude, I agree. I mean, I know it's a little early, but I don't think he's gotten a stop. I don't think he's punted or even had to take a field goal, right? Or maybe he did kick one field goal. But just no sign of defense from Morty.
Ben got to be taking notes right now. I will be very curious to see whether Austin significantly changes things up against Ben, but
he won't.
Okay, fair enough. I know that Ben is oh my God! Is Parkinson able to recover it there? But that is one of the more vicious hits I've seen in my entire time commentating on the Better League. And good for Morty that he was able to jump on it though. First 10 to the 19.
Yeah, Ben, kind of on my shit list, but I will be rooting hard for him if he does face Austin in Super Bowl tonight.
I'd almost be willing to say when he faces Austin at this point, but yeah, it's maybe kind of rough here, so he hands it off to Josh Jacobs, and Josh Jacobs once again able to fall forward. Gain is 6, and again, Morty gonna have to really put a touchdown up here to just stay alive. He, had his first real, horrendous read in the last drive, rolled way out. You could tell he was thinking about it too much, threw it right into coverage, and he's gonna have to shake that off pretty quickly here because he finds himself, despite a pretty solid offensive game, he finds himself down by 21 points as we have another play action here, and the crosser's going to be open, and he will go to it. A really nice read there to Sanders, and Sanders has room. Steps out of bounds, gain of 24 and a first down.
Yeah, Sanders was actually, I think it was a mid-season pickup, and he's been very good for him. I've seen him make a lot of plays in Morty's streams.
No, Sanders is good. Yeah, Sanders is good. He got a beautiful one-handed catch early on against Justin on the first drive that helped Morty, be able to score a touchdown on the first drive, which surprised me because it was like an Odell Beckham style catch, It's Josh Jacobs on the stretch there for gain of 4. And if we do, I almost shouldn't even be bringing this up, but if we do see a Ben versus Austin Super Bowl, do you expect that Ben's going to be able to keep it closer here and be able to actually get a couple stops as the flats are open and going, oh my God, he says about McCourty. I don't even know how McCourty got that, but able to get the interception. And this offense starting to fall apart here a little bit for Las Vegas. But if we see a Ben versus Austin game, do you think Ben's going to have more success defensively, or do you think it's going to look like this?
I don't think it'll look like this. I think it will be closer, even if it's just a little closer. I think Ben is watching very carefully, and he will make some of the adjustments that Morty isn't making. So I'm really excited to watch him, and I really hope he does make those adjustments that he needs to.
Really nice. I mean, I sound like a salt truck right now. To be fair to Austin, that was a really nice Reed there on the run to cut against the grain, take it outside for a first down. First and 10 at the 49, excuse me. And we have a stretch here to Michelle. Michelle is tackled by Tanner Muse. Tanner Muse has really been completely ineffective this game. Like, he's not getting any tackles. He's not, of course, getting any deflections. It's just like maybe one of the worst games he's had all season.
Yeah, definitely. Morty's user has not looked fantastic this game.
Yeah, no. Handoff to Sonny Michelle's. We have a stop here, and listen, 3rd and 6. I don't want to get my hopes up here, but could we see a stop?
No, we're gonna see a corner route.
As Austin.
Yeah, we have the whole bag. We even have the stamina trick. It's just everything. I love it. I love to see it. It's competitive right there.
Those are the types of things that, like, I honestly, like, I don't even think to do. Like, I know that's a thing. I know about the stamina trick, but, like, I don't even think to do it mid-game just because, like, I think of this as a sim league. Like, I think that's so, like that kind of pisses me off almost even more than the play repeating, honestly.
I agree. I just think, like, I know Austin is a good user. I think even if he did mix his plays up, he'd still be, like, a dominant user. So that's why it's just so frustrating seeing this. And I know Dan's going to defend him, and Dan, I don't want to, like, shit on Austin, but really, we're in a sim league for, to get away from the MUT gameplay. And this is just kind of MUT gameplay. Like, this isn't fun. Okay, this isn't fun to watch or play against.
I mean, he had a varied and balanced type of play calling against me, and he was able to move the ball very easily. And I know, like, haha, like, I'm worse than Morty. I get it, but at the same time, like, he clearly doesn't need to do this.
Right. That's what just amazes me. Because even he definitely ran corner routes, and he only ran inside zone against me, but he was still mixing it up more than this. And I don't know if that's just because he's scared of Morty more than me, but I don't know. I hate to see it.
As now Dan saying the stamina trick doesn't even work. First and 10 at the 45.
Oh, God.
I might, like, to make this a more enjoyable broadcast experience, I might just, like, stop commenting on it because it's, it is what it is at this point. Is Morty's going to drop way back and take a deep shot to Ruggs! Touchdown, Raiders! And that's exactly what he needed to get back in this game is Henry Ruggs has shown up today, 3 touchdowns here, and Las Vegas able to bring it back to within a 2-possession game.
That's just a crazy read. That's, like, I love watching Morty play because he's so well-rounded, and it's just really fun to see what he's going to do, but that's just a crazy read. I don't think I would have thrown that because I don't recognize that was even open.
Alex saying, I love how Connor can go from 0 to 100. Yeah, that's just, we're having a calm discussion about play repeating, and then all of a sudden I'm getting, like, a noise complaint from my neighbors. It's good stuff, I like to bring that energy to the commentary booth here. 35-21 New England. Of course, we saw the first actual, real defensive stop there from Las Vegas. Gonna need a few more of those to get back in this game, but, Morty potentially not completely out of it here, although he's gonna need a lot of help here, so he will drop back as he actually uses the corner, and oh, what a dot there. That was fit into a nice, that was a nice, like, passing lane he threw it into because it looks like pretty covered to me, but yeah. Good read by Austin. You gotta give him this credit.
Definitely a good read. I can respect that one,
Yeah, first.
I think it's a little too late for Morty to, like, now he's finally mixing up his user, but.
Yeah, I mean.
I also hate how he keeps moving Muse because against, like, a user like Austin, he's going to recognize that that's your user.
As that read was actually well covered there on the quick little out route there. 2nd and 10 at the 38. Again, we've been talking about this game like it's a done deal this entire second half. If Morty can get a stop here, given how the offense has been looking, it's, again, not like he's completely out of it. But him getting a stop is a big, big if, and you get the impression that we're really going to need to see Austin, like, make a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes in order for Morty to potentially, get the stops he needs at this point. Because once again, we're going to see Michelle motion out here, and we're going to have him in the flats. Well, on a little hitch route, I should say it's not quite the flats, but close enough as he will drop back. And, ooh, A is open as Davis intercepted! Tanner Muse! And that is exactly what Morty needed to get back in this game. And don't look now, boys. We may have a game again here in Gillette Stadium. Interception by Muse, 35-21.
I am so sorry, Morty. I will never slander his name again. Even if he loses this, I just feel so bad for calling it a game, like, 5 minutes into the third quarter.
We'll see what happens here as he hands it off to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs unable to do much. Really nice tackle there by The Patriots, and now 2nd and 12 here. Again, we're approaching the 4th quarter here, but with the ball, only a 2-possession game. That's the mistake that Morty needed here. And, he got to score a touchdown here regardless, but we'll see what he does. 2 straight running plays here. Josh Jacobs utilizes the holes really nicely.
Nothing to do about that.
I utilize the holes expertly, and y'all are going to find out all about that at the Better League meetup in Cleveland. And ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the 4th quarter, you know what to do. Do I even need to say at this point? Put your 4s in the chat!
I was going to say something. I don't even remember what I was going to say now.
3rd and 2 here, and again, we may have a ball game here, even though it wasn't looking like it for a while. Morty with some nice, mental acumen to come back here, and, only down by 2 possessions. He's going to have to score here regardless. What will we see here? It looks like Austin can potentially send some pressure here, and then, user McCourty, probably a good idea. Make sure that Ruggs is shut down. 3rd and 2 here, the 26. I almost wouldn't hate running it because it's 4-down territory either way, but
I think Ruggs would be wide open. A little out route, and he ruined it.
Yeah, false start there. Makes it a much more difficult 3rd and 7. I think it's 4-down territory regardless. Like, if you don't pick this up, I think you go for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be totally against the running here, just to get some yards.
Potentially. Although, I get the impression that Morty is, he drops back 4-man rush, who had Jacobs for a second, intercepted. A bad read there by Morty, and this may be a pick 6 unless Waller able to catch up. Does a little swerving. Touchdown, Patriots! And that's ball game right there.
I'm not counting Morty out. I never. I think the biggest thing that I respect from Morty is his mental acumen, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
bringing out those SAT
he never
words.
Freaks out. He's just really. I feel like he's always got to be in the game, just because he's always mentally there. He never really checks out and just gives up.
Yeah.
Or starts like beating himself up when he makes a mistake. He always comes back.
Yeah, that's, there was a little glimmer there. There was a little glimmer, and if Morty ends up losing this game, I'm sure he's going to very deeply regret that read because, there was a pathway for him to get back in this game if he got a touchdown there. But instead, a 14-point swing, and Josh Jacobs, I respect Morty for still running it here despite being down 3 possessions. I think a lot of lesser users, including myself, would just go, like, ultra pass-heavy right now, but a good call there to get the first down.
I think I liked it last drive before he threw the pick 6, but now it's kind of sketchy. Like, while I do respect him for just having the mental, mental capacity to continue running and not give up, I just think now you kind of do have to be a little aggressive, especially when Austin's offense has been rolling, even though you did just get a stop.
Ben wants you to define acumen, and I would like the same thing. What does acumen mean? Please tell me.
Skill or ability.
Another deep shot to Henry Ruggs, and this is well covered. Oh my God! Touchdown Raiders! Henry Ruggs is eating today. The only thing keeping Morty in this game. What a catch from Ruggs. Wow.
Yeah, that's insane. Ruggs is an insane player.
That was like the other touchdowns where Ruggs getting a step. That was just a contested catch. Again, I do think Morty's, very solid, very underrated at positioning, Ruggs and all his other deep threats in a way to get those contested catches. But, that's, again, what Morty needed, quick drive, quick touchdown, and now he's going to have to, again, pray that Austin makes a mistake, similar to last time.
I think the only mistake that that Austin is, susceptible to, I guess, is what I would say. I think he has a tendency to maybe be a little too conservative. I think he may run the ball a little too much here and then put himself in a hole to where Morty can get a stop since it'll be 3rd and long. But I don't know.
What a beautiful run here from Sonny Michel. He cut against the grain absolutely perfectly, and that is a big gain for Michel on a first down. I'm now already on the edge of field goal range. Taint saying I'm brushing my kid's teeth from about 50 feet from my TV, and I just heard Connor screaming through my house. I'm sorry to do that to your kids. Chenault with the quick out there, gain of 5. Gets out of bounds, which is actually good for Morty at this point, but another good read there by Davis.
Little Justin play.
Yeah, Justin loves that. That's one of the RPOs that Justin loves to use, and Morty as well, for that matter. They're actually, I think, the only 2 users I've ever seen run like that exact.
Yeah, I didn't know that was even a fucking thing.
2nd and 5 here,
Nice, obviously.
38. Again, going interestingly pass heavy here, despite the situation. As B is going to be wide open, and he goes to B. And once again, the perfect accuracy
I am
in
so
Blake.
surprised.
Again, 31 and a first down, and now New England. I mean, honestly, like a field goal would probably do it at this point. I expect to see. Well, I mean, if it were me, I would run the ball here, but I think Austin is so supremely confident in his passing game that he's okay with just yeeting this thing.
Yeah, possibly, or he may see an inside zone.
Potentially, he will drop back, goes up the vertical, unable to get both feet down. Morty actually got the nice animation there because that was a good read. But, good read by the Patriots, but unable to convert it. Now we have a 2nd and goal.
I think that's another thing I respect about Austin is he's really good at reading that seam. Like he has fantastic timing with that.
100%. Yeah, no, it was perfect timing. He just again got a bit of an unlucky animation. And we will see what type of energy he brings here. Got to use the angle. He does. Davis not with anyone open here, and we expect to see him just throw it away. He will do that. First time all game, I believe he's had to throw it away. Good coverage there by Tanner Muse and by the Raiders. 3rd and goal.
Yeah,
interesting that he's passed it twice in a row here.
Yeah, a little shocking, but I mean, I'm not shocked, but I just think I would be running the ball. But he's a very aggressive user. Also, I think that's where Morty's team hurts him. He just has 0 pass rush.
Yeah, again, this is like far from the best version of this Raiders defense we're going to see all year, and I think it's one of the things that it's impressive that Morty even made it this far to begin with. He will drop back. A 3-man rush. B is going to be open. He does not go to it. Intercepted in the end zone. A horrible throw from Davis, and again, that's why I run the ball. Like there could have been a 3-possession game, but instead, Las Vegas gets the ball back. And yes, sir, Morty, that's what I like to say. Shout out to the 206. That's Seattle politics right there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Only rookies can do it, I think, from my experience.
Only rookies and Colin Kaepernick. Yeah. Which is high key, like the only reason why he was on the team. First goal here, 7 minutes remaining. The pathway has opened back up here for Morty to potentially get back in this game, but he will need to avoid making, he's made 2 like very dumb reads as we have another RPO as Sanders. With a nice gain there, gain of 7, gets out of bounds.
I mean, if Ruggs does have double me, I think I would be throwing it up to him right now. But I guess I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Yeah, someone let me know in the chat, does Ruggs have double me, or is that a different X factor that I'm not aware of? Honestly, like the only X factor that I'm even aware of is
I'm pretty sure he's mostly deep threat archetype, which corner is
wide open, and that is Darren Waller with a beautiful catch there, a game of 22. And yeah, Las Vegas, I think recognizing that they're going to need some time here, going no huddle. Although they still got, 6 minutes, I probably wouldn't be getting ultra aggressive yet, but 3-man rush as they get through, and Tyree Jackson with you throw out a sack, nearly intercepted. Very risky there. But luckily, Jackson able to fit it in the pocket where there weren't any Patriots. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't be mad if Morty started running the ball more now, because, he's only down by 2 possessions, and you still got 6 minutes, and he's finally showing up on defense, so...
Drops back, drag is open, goes to it. This is Henry Ruggs, got to get out of bounds. He does with the first down. Game of 12 and a first down there. Game of 10. I can't math, y'all. It is what it is. Just public school education, SMDH.
It was really underrated stick skill right there to get out of bounds and get the first. Pretty sure I would have just ran straight out of bounds and been pissed at myself.
Ooh, would have been wide open there. He goes to the flats again, making some smart reads there, although I'm not sure he got out of bounds. No, he didn't. That clock's still running, so we're going to see some no huddle here. Only a 7-second runoff. Again, Morty, I'm not going to say anything, not to kiss a death him. 2nd and 5, drops it back, 3-man rush. Goes, oh my goodness, that was a dangerous read there. Could have been intercepted. Now we have a 35.
Yeah, you said Morty's going to lose, I think, like 3 times this game.
Yeah,
so
I've called the game over like 5 times. Yeah, this game's over. Morty has no shot. 3rd and 5 here. 5:23 remaining. Again, I do not hate running it here because it's 4-down territory regardless. The field goal does like nothing for you right now. Drops back again, 3-man rush. Has the angle, route, and Bowden just comes down with it. Will they give him the first, though? Yes, they do. 1st and 10.
What a play.
That was a beautiful catch by Bowden.
Really close. I thought that was going to be a pick.
Yeah, it was. He hit him at pretty much the perfect time because that was a tough read there. And Jesse's saying it is double me that Ruggs has, although it's not activated anyway at this point, as he will drop back, go to the out route, and Tyree Jackson misses him.
That hurts. But I'm like, I don't even know if it's okay for me to say proud because Morty's definitely like higher up in the, I don't know, with his history, like he's a very good user historically.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm really proud of how he stayed calm and has not given up. He's shown a lot of fight.
Has the in route, ends up going to the comeback, I believe. There again, not a route that you see a lot of users run right there. A comeback for a gain of 15 and a first down. And again, we have no huddle. We're approaching 4 minutes remaining. We were approaching 4:20 remaining. Again, shout out to Seattle as we have a run there by Lynn Bowden, gain of 7. Las Vegas again with a really nice drive here. Gonna have to, score, stop, score, but we'll see what he does here. Drops back, might have the flats, didn't go to it. It goes to the other side. Williams with the first down. First and goal at the 4. All right. I mean, Morty's crawling his way back in this here.
If Morty comes back, I feel like someone's gonna clip you saying that's game, and you might be a meme.
I actually you might hear me come live on stream if Morty wins this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be like, oh my god, Tyree Jackson. Lost of 2 there. I mean, did the smart things, got out of bounds. He recognized he didn't have anything.
And I think it's because he's not able to slide with Tyree Jackson. Apparently the theory is that he is too tall to slide, but that's very frustrating.
Yeah, extremely. So we have a handoff here to Bowden. Bowden, might have had room if he didn't cut, but now, time continuing to tick away here. Gotta give yourself time here to stop New England. I know, Las Vegas still with their full complement of timeouts, but, time starting to become an issue here.
I personally do not like it. Like, I think you got to keep going just because of how just because of how dominant his offense has been. I don't think the 3 timeouts is going to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think Morty can stop him in 3 plays or whatever. So I think he should have been pushing a little harder. But
3rd and goal here. We got some wild coverage here from Austin, although it's probably smart, disguise that. He will drop back as intercepted by McCourty. May have had the flats open for a second, but tried to force it in there. And New England with the interception, keep it a 2-possession game. And boy, at this point, I mean, you kind of have to start.
Don't say.
No. I'm not now. But I will say, Morty 3 times now has gotten it to the opposing side of midfield and then, thrown a backbreaking interception. And if even 2 of those turn into touchdowns, we're talking about tie game right now. So on one hand, Morty's played well to deal with this, but on the other hand, some missed opportunities here that I'm sure Morty's going to be ruining here.
Yeah, I don't think Morty's going to, because I know you're talking about him and maybe saying something about Austin's play calling, but I honestly think he won't. I think he's going to be really pissed at himself because I think he has 4 or 5 interceptions. Yeah, and a lot of them have just been dumb reads that he knows he doesn't usually make.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's his first time making it this far this year, so I'm excited to see him over the years and how he'll build his team.
Yeah, and again, as we were saying, this is probably the worst version of the Raiders roster that we're going to see all year long. Excuse me. So, Morty will be back. I hope. After this performance, I hope no one ever sleeps on Morty again. I think he definitely showed that he is among the elite, even though I'm sure, Alex thinks otherwise, having blown him out every time they've played. But again, matchups are a thing, y'all. Do not sleep on matchups. We approach 2-minute warning here, 42-28, and unless something shocking happens, we will see an Austin versus Ben Super Bowl.
God, I'm all here. I just force a fumble here, get the onside kick, tie it up. I mean, I'd love to see it.
I would be blown away if that happened. I think Austin's had a conservative ball carrying on all game, which is, to be fair to Morty, he hasn't launched a lot of dumb hit sticks, but I've been a fan, if you don't have a running back with a ton of abilities, I've always been a fan of just putting it on conservative and just leaving it, because there's really not a lot of upside, and the downside could potentially be catastrophic. Toss here, and Sony Michel gets the edge, and Sony Michel with all sorts of room, and he will go down. And I think Las Vegas is going to concede here, so we were a couple of salty boys there in the second and third quarter, but you do have to legitimately congratulate Austin. He's had an incredible season, 3 incredible playoff performances in a row, especially offensively. He will be the AFC champion and face Ben in the Super Bowl. I'm really excited for it. Alex, what are your overall thoughts on this game?
I don't want to get heat from the league, but I really think this is something that Alex needs to talk to him about, because this is just not something that I want to see in a regular season game, let alone the AFC Championship. I think that's just it's a bit much, in my opinion, for a sim league. I
will say I think his play calling got better in the second half, but that first half was brutal.
I don't disagree, but I also think that's just because of how he was already dominating, like with his first half. But it is what it is, and I think obviously he still deserves it. Like I think even if he wins the Super Bowl, it's still a legitimate win. But I just like to see him mix it up a little more.
Potentially. Yeah, here Austin saying what I'm thinking. It's gonna be a good Super Bowl. These are two very proud users. I know Austin and Ben are both gonna go into that game very confident that they're gonna win. We may see, if either user gets the opportunity to run it up. Excuse me. I know we'll see that too. But give Morty credit for keeping it as close as he did. But ultimately, it is Austin that will move on to the Super Bowl. Big congratulations to him. And real quick, Mike finally showing up in the chat. Of course, as soon as Austin wins, he shows up in the chat. Asking when is Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be tonight. I'm pretty sure, and I think it's gonna be CMAS on the call doing play-by-play with myself and Cody as color commentators. How's it going? Yes,
listen,
hi.
Listen.
Oh Lord.
I do want to ask a question.
Here we go, Connor. Here we go.
No. I have a question.
Yeah.
I literally am going to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference between Morty's streaks to Ruggs and Austin's corner routes?
I mean, what was it, like 3 or 4 maybe streaks with one of the fastest in the game compared to.
No. Don't talk about just the ones that were touchdowns. No, Alex, I'm saying little Alex, don't talk about the ones that were just touchdowns.
I apologize.
How many streaks does he run with Ruggs compared to how many corner routes did Austin run? That's all. That's my question.
That's fair. Hey, that's fair. But I also